morning, everybody. Welcome into the Gamer's Ghost Podcast.
Ooh.
Happy Halloween. I'm your ghost, Joshua J. Alongside me, Wesley Lance.
Also Ghost. I am also Ghost.
We have a special guest star. You've met him. His name's...
Have you, though? He's mysterious. He's mysterious in his very ominous-looking mask.
Yeah, he's not going to talk at all. He's just going to sit here.
He's just going to sit here and breathe into the microphone the whole time. The world's worst ASMR channel.
Welcome, Aaron Piper. He's back. He's back by popular demand.
All right, I'm going to take this off because you won't be able to see me.
This thing is pulling my nose to the right, and it's really uncomfortable.
And I can't, I got to do one of these. Anyway,
Can you tell
Before we started,
we tried really hard on these costumes.
yeah, Josh leaned forward and he got his nose stuck in the webs.
yeah. It was,
In the
So-
spider
it
webs.
was something. But hey, happy Halloween. It's this
Yeah.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday,
Sunday.
yeah.
It's this Sunday. Hope everybody has a spoopy time. And
Not a spooky time, a spoopy time.
spoopy
There's a
time.
difference.
I was going to put it up there, but I forgot about the candles and I don't want fire, so I'm just going to sit this on my lap.
That sounds good. That sounds, yes. Don't burn down our studio.
Please.
We have the
That
nice
would be-
cobwebs everywhere. It's very fall and Halloween-ish.
These candles on top of the cobwebs are making me all types of nervous. Please don't do
hey,
that.
If it burns down, I mean, it
Our
was a
own
great
little-
run.
It was a great
And
one.
it's
It
on
would also
record.
be appropriate for Halloween for the studio to burn
Yeah.
down.
We have our own little
We
goblin
could haunt
child.
the place once we're dead.
It's the child, just the child.
Well,
That's
it's
what you
spooky.
meant by you. That's what you meant by Aaron's child earlier. You just said, yeah,
Yes.
you like put it on the child. I was like, what child?
Yeah,
Like, I know
just-
you have a daughter, but she's not here as far as I know.
Ariana, just lay her on the table and just put her in
Yeah, that's-
cobwebs.
that would be perfectly appropriate.
All right.
So real quick, we're gonna go ahead and get the.
you gonna set this behind us?
No, you good. You good. Get the football done real quick.
Yeah.
It's Green Bay versus
Boo.
Arizona, and I'm a huge Bears fan, so that goes into this a little bit. However, Arizona has been kicking butt, so I'm gonna say Arizona by 7. I think they're gonna win by a touchdown.
Okay.
So fingers crossed. I hope they do.
Aaron
was-
Rodgers, Arizona will own you.
Oh gosh.
Yikes.
I mean, hey, he does
I
own
had
the
to.
Bears. He does.
Meanwhile, I am over here, and I definitely got Arizona and Alabama mixed up. I was like, roll tide. Wait a second.
Oh my
I
gosh.
was like, I don't want to say that and not make myself look like an idiot.
Sport-ish.
I mean, it is.
I mean,
it's
it's football,
football,
but
just
yeah.
college, NFL, and then two
Yeah.
totally different states. And
You can tell
Well-
I really care about this stuff. Sorry.
I gotta be careful. My chair's gonna like.
I think you'll be okay.
Oh yeah,
I think. Maybe you're not. I don't know. Maybe it'll fall over and we'll have to take you to the hospital.
nah,
middle
he'll
of
just
the
lay down
podcast.
there till we're done.
I'll die and haunt the studio.
So
Yes.
a
I'll be-
little bit of gosh, I can't think. I'm just gonna say housekeeping. I can't think
The
of
daily grind.
Daily grind. I forgot
It's
it.
literally like a coffee pun.
I know, but I
been saying
forgot
it for
the
years,
common button.
years.
I've been so focused on the Halloween stuff. Anyway, the daily grind this Saturday. Okay, or no, Friday night. It's Friday night. My bad. This Friday
Friday
night.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to be recording House of Ashes. It's going to be us three as well as a buddy of mine, Chase Cooper. And we're going to be recording that for you guys on Twitch. And it'll be awesome. And then if you miss it on Twitch, don't worry. We'll upload the vid to YouTube as well. Get that transferred over for all you guys that want to watch it later. So
Excited.
just, I'm pumped. I'm
Yeah.
really
We will try to keep it PG.
the game itself is not PG.
We already
bro.
talked
Like,
about this.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
This is an inside joke from the last time Josh tried to do a Halloween stream.
Oh, yeah.
Aaron got a little too spooked.
Okay, so I get very, very freaked out easily. So like any haunted houses, anything like that, I jump scare super easy. I get really, really intense, and it shows. Let's just put it that way.
Hey, it was a good time. It was
Might
a
see
lot.
me freaking out on Friday.
It was a really, really good time. I enjoyed it. So we'll have a great time this Friday. I'm
Yeah.
excited. It's going to start at, I believe, 10 p.m. Eastern. So,
All right.
it'll
Ooh,
be a nice late
Okay,
night,
so it's gonna be late night.
Yeah.
night stream after the kiddo goes to bed and all that because we,
Can't
I
really
got a
have
kiddo. I
Joanna
gotta,
watching House of Ashes.
Right, I gotta let her go to
Yeah,
sleep
that'd be
first.
bad.
So let's start out with the coffee.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
excited.
This is our now 4th coffee from Aaron, right?
Oh yeah, I did bring this one, didn't
Yeah,
I?
you did.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you brought the the Dunkin'.
He did the Dunkin', he did the Kayakopi, he did the
Kayakopi,
Coke
right.
with coffee,
Coke,
and now this.
All right.
Now, this is going to be a real shock to everybody. I don't drink coffee.
Wait, really?
Yeah, no, I'm a tea guy.
How did I not know this?
Yeah,
Stinking Brit.
I'm not a big fan of
just
coffee.
Huh.
So,
We fought an entire war so we wouldn't have to drink tea.
yeah.
That was the only reason.
Threw all the tea into the harbor because
actually
it's
do
that
like
bad.
tea.
No.
So
And that's why my favorite place to visit in Epcot is London, the
I've
England.
never been to Epcot. I really have always wanted to go.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So
right.
I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I don't usually like K-Cup coffee. So
Real quick, what kind is
Oh
it?
yes, what is this?
It is
It smells good.
cinnamon, roll me cinnamon or something.
Cinnamon
like that.
roll with it.
Cinnamon roll with it. I don't know.
Roll me cinnamin.
I don't know. I don't
Who
know.
is cinnamon
That's
and
like
why
pour
is
some
she
sugar
rolling
on. That's
you?
like the sequel to Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Like,
Roll me in cinnamon.
it's like, is your name Cinnamon? Can you roll me? It's like,
Okay.
why?
What? Okay.
This just went.
Well, you said roll me cinnamon. I
don't remember the
cinnamon
name.
roll with it.
All right,
It's a pun.
cinnamon.
Okay.
Don't be offended if your name's Cinnamon. So sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have to roll Aaron.
Okay. Can we just drink the coffee?
Roll Tide.
Okay. All
That's
right.
just going downhill real quick. Go.
I'm joking. Sorry. Swallowed too fast. It's okay.
It's very watered down.
That's so.
Yeah.
That's always been my problem with K-Cup coffee. Is it always tastes really weak to me.
Yeah.
Especially when you get the flavored stuff. Like this doesn't really let the flavor come through that much.
Now we have a Keurig that
Bless you.
you have like little buttons.
No more blessings.
You have like a little button and you can do like, normal, strong, extra strong. And I don't know exactly how that works, but we've tested it and it does make the coffee stronger. My wife loves coffee.
So maybe it's just the Keurig we have here. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's so when it comes to brewed coffee, it's a little bit harder for me to judge because a lot of things can go wrong in the process of brewing it. So like it's hard for me to say, oh, this is gross because maybe it was brewed wrong, maybe the balance of the water wasn't right. With
Right.
a K-Cup, it's a little bit more standardized. So
I'm gonna try to be unbiased here. I'll give it probably. I'll give it a 6.
it's definitely not bad.
Yeah,
So yeah.
because it doesn't have that. I mean, it has a little bit of a bitter aftertaste, but not like that aftertaste that you're just like, whew, man.
Yeah, a little much.
So
I'm going to give it 2 ratings. I'm going to give it an overall rating, and I'm going to give it a rating based on K-Cups I've had because I really don't like K-Cup coffee.
Okay.
So based on the K-Cups I've had, it's a solid 5. Like, it's certainly not bad. It's certainly got a decent amount of flavor. You can sort of taste the cinnamon. But as far as overall coffee, probably a 3.5 to a 4, maybe.
Oh, maybe
It's
I was
just
too generous.
It's too weak for me. Like, I don't think it has enough flavor for me. But again, as a K-Cup, it's pretty good. In fact, actually, as a K-Cup, I'd give it a 6.
Okay.
I'd give it a solid 6 for K-Cup coffee. If that's your thing, it's decent. But this is why I don't have a Keurig. I have a drip brewer. That's not the term. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
French-
Standard coffee pot.
Oh man, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would put this coffee at about honestly a 4. A 4 for me. Like
Yeah.
Wow, I was too generous apparently.
Well, you don't drink coffee.
That's true.
We've been reviewing coffees for
Speaking of
15
not drinking,
weeks.
Speaking
Wait,
of-
seriously?
This is week 15. This is the 15th episode. The Halloween episode is week
Are you
15.
serious?
This
Yeah.
is Halloween.
This is Halloween.
Halloween.
Pumpkin scream in the town of night. Okay.
So
I don't
since
know
I'm,
the song, so I'm just saying,
since I'm a wimp, I have.
You're gonna
creamer.
put creamer in
I
this
am.
already weak coffee,
I am.
bro? Okay, fine. Well, while he waters down his already weak coffee, are we moving on to the?
Yeah, go to
All
roast
right,
of
I'm
the
gonna
week.
do it. So
Roast it up.
this one really is a roast because this one actually made me angry. So, for those of you that have been privileged enough to have upgraded your console, you might have noticed that the base model.
Hey, I don't take kindly to being called privileged.
It is a privilege. Like
I
you were
am,
able
but
to
don't point
find
it out.
Sorry. You may have noticed that the baseline storage on both the PS5 and the Xbox Series S and X is kind of lacking. What is it? 512 gigabytes or something?
Yeah, that's how it is for the PlayStation as well. For the
Yeah.
digital only is
Yeah.
500.
So here, I've got it right here because this is an article from Kotaku. So the PS5 launched with 825 gigabytes, which there's only 667 available to store. The X has a terabyte. The S has 512 gigabytes. It sounds like a lot, but a typical AAA game is easy 80 gigs at this point. The games are huge.
I have Black Ops downloaded, and I think I'm up to 128 gigs.
Yeah, so like that's really not that much in the grand scheme of things. So if you want to upgrade your storage, if you've got an Xbox, Microsoft just announced 2 new SSD storage expansion cards made by their official storage partner Seagate to boost space on your Xbox Series X or S. And you have to use these. These are proprietary. Your Xbox will not use third-party expansion cards. The 1 terabyte so the already released 1 terabyte card, I think, was $240. They released a 512 gigabyte for $139 and 2 terabytes for $400.
What?
You can get a 2 terabyte card for more than the price of a Series S.
Really quickly, I see what you're looking up here. To answer your question of what you're looking up, you can store games on it, but just like the PlayStation, you can't play them off of it. You have to transfer it to your
Okay, because I
system.
was going to say, I saw this thing that says most modern external hard drives work on Xbox Series X and Series S consoles, expanding your capacity for games.
Yeah, so just like the PlayStation 5, you can store the games on there and you can plug them in, but you have to transfer them to your system to actually be able to play them.
Whereas with these ones, you'd be able to play games directly from it.
Yep.
Which you can, for the record, I have a PS4 and a Seagate 2 terabyte Seagate external hard drive, and I can play games from that just fine.
Yeah. Right.
And that cost me $80, not $400. This is more than the price of the console.
For the digital, yeah.
Yeah, so if I were to buy a Series S and wanted to store more than like 5 games at a time on it, I'd be spending $700 to get the 2 terabytes.
And everybody still thinks that Xbox is superior. I'm sorry.
I mean, PlayStation's kind of the same.
Well, PlayStation is actually just now updating their BIOS so that you can use third party. So they actually are ahead of the game on this
will
one.
eventually go that way.
But they just announced this.
But I'm just saying, like, if they get enough backlash from it and they don't...
You had one job. Just take it off. Don't worry about it.
And they don't sell... if they don't sell, like, enough of them, then maybe they'll roll it back.
But this is Microsoft we're talking about. I
mean,
don't know, man.
internet made their voice heard before and made games get rolled back that were doing stupid stuff.
It took them a year and a half to finally release a 4K dashboard for Xbox Series X.
Wait, really?
Is it a year and a half?
The dashboard wasn't in 4K?
Nope. I was looking it up. I was looking up some stuff while we were waiting, and it said October's update for Xbox Series X 4K dash. I'm just like.
You're making a 4K that should be the roast of the week. Why would you not start there? It's a 4K console.
That's what a lot of people
honestly
were saying.
didn't notice the dashboard change.
I mean, I don't know that 4K makes that big of a difference, but why would that not be the first thing you do when you're making a 4K console is make the menu itself 4K?
I mean, I guess if I wanted anything to not be 4K on my console, it would be the dashboard.
I guess, but like they're not.
But why not go all the way?
Why not
why
do
not
it?
just, you know...
I have not a lot of room to talk because so
your console isn't 4K.
No, my console's that's PS5.
I mean the one you made. Never mind. It was a joke. Keep going.
The one you made.
It was a joke. I was making a joke. Keep going.
I don't know.
That's supposed to keep going.
I buckled. I wanted to play Halo, so I got an Xbox. I did get an
I was
Xbox.
wondering that when you said something about when you were trying to say that like people were saying Xbox is superior. I was like, didn't you just buy one?
Yeah. Now it will literally probably only be played for Xbox and Bethesda games because that's now only on Xbox as well.
Woo-hoo!
Come on, PlayStation, step it up.
Except for Skyrim. I know Skyrim's going to be coming to PlayStation because I feel like Skyrim just like
It's already on PlayStation.
yeah, but the new one. It's just
I think
boundaries.
they said that
the
new
the
Elder
anniversary?
Scrolls, the new Elder Scrolls will
Elder
be...
Scrolls 6
Oh
is
no,
going to be
the new one.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Skyrim Apocalypse Edition.
Oh, that'll come to everything.
Whatever.
But
because
I got really lucky. I got the Halo Edition Xbox. Like I didn't just get an Xbox. I went all in.
jealous.
Hoorah.
See, now that's privilege.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's hard to get a hold of. So anyway, Microsoft, what are you thinking selling a 2 terabyte card for more than the price of your freaking console? Sorry, that was a little strong language, but I'm passionate about this.
Like, I feel like Captain America. Language.
It just feels so weird to me, like especially because it feels a little intentional that they like didn't put that much storage space to begin with. Now, a terabyte for the X is a decent amount, so that's not bad.
But if you think about it, if you take the storage, because the PlayStation 5 has supposed to have a terabyte, But after it all goes down, and you only have like 700 gigs.
Because you got to.
Do they have a 500 gigabyte update like hard drive?
Yeah,
They have a 512 for $140.
140. So the 512
And then the
is
1 terabyte's 400. I thought you
No,
said
the
no,
1
no.
terabyte is 240. 2
Oh, okay,
terabyte
okay.
is 400.
I was like, I thought you said 2 terabyte. Okay, so they have 3 different ones. So 140 to get an extra 500. That's not bad because the base Xbox Series X comes with a terabyte hard drive, and I don't use a whole bunch of it. I mean, Call of Duty and Black Ops took up 400 gigabytes. So once I delete those, I could have like 4 or 5 different games. So
That should be the roast right there.
should
Why
be
is it taking
freaking
so much?
Call of Duty.
I don't really understand how game
Their
storage
game
works.
sucks, so shouldn't it make the storage?
Not necessarily.
Dude, I remember on the PlayStation 1, you got a little 30 megabit memory card, and you could store everything on that.
So this is going to show my growing up with Nintendo is I never ever measured game storage in anything but blocks. I don't know what a block is. I don't know how big a block is. But like it wasn't megabits, it wasn't gigabytes, it wasn't anything like that. It was blocks. But I was binging some old YouTube videos. I used to watch Peanut Butter Gamer a lot on YouTube, and so I was watching some of his old videos. He did a video on My Sims for the Wii, and he pointed out that Mario Galaxy, Animal Crossing, and Twilight Princess, 3 of the best games for the Wii, all take up less space than My Sims.
Dang.
Animal Crossing takes up like 30 blocks. My Sims takes up 97. So I don't know how game space works anymore because My Sims isn't that big of a game. I don't know why it takes up that much
93
space.
blocks.
97.
97 blocks.
But yeah. So yeah, I think the big thing with Xbox though is since you have to install Game Pass games, most of them, you can stream some of them. Since you have to install those, you're going to use up so much space.
Wait, you have to install Game Pass games?
Not all of them, but yeah.
They just offered the option to stream some of them.
Okay, well, I knew that. I thought they were all going to stream.
And
Not all of them.
Okay.
Again, privilege. I have a 1 gigabyte up and down for my internet. So for me, I can delete and upload a 30 gigabyte game in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like it's not, for me, it's not a huge deal. For a lot of people, this definitely is like.
This would be a big deal for me with my dinky little apartment internet. Yeah.
Right. You would want to have if you wanted to play a new game, you'd have to wait till the next day.
Yeah.
Or you have to delete one and then
Well, because we've run into this issue whenever we try to play together. We're like, you want to play Apex? And I'm like, sorry, it has to update. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time we were hanging out and we went to my house to download? Still took a little bit.
I had all of you guys over and we had to go to your house, plug in our consoles to update all of the stupid games to play together. It was dumb. So anyway, sorry, we've spent a lot of time here.
We went off on tandems.
But tangents.
Tangents.
Tandems. Well, look at our bike. We're doubling. Going on tandem bike rides.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
So it's German, not Italian.
I know. I can't do German.
I guess not. Okay.
Fun fact, though, my father was born in Germany.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
He has dual citizenship.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm actually 1/8 German. My mother's side came from Germany, the Krylo family.
Yeah.
I know somewhere along the line I'm German because Lance is pretty German. Just that name.
Yeah, my grandpa was in the Vietnam War, and they were in Germany, and my grandma it was on a military base, but he still has dual citizenship, which is kind of cool.
Huh.
That is kind of cool.
That is cool.
So you're going to get mad at this.
I am?
Yes, I think you might get mad at this. It has to do with some NFTs.
Oh, I read this article.
So.
Wait.
Apparently.
The one that you sent, is that what that is? That weird little picture of the...
Yeah, so like, okay.
Oh
so,
my goodness.
So there's this new wave of games that are coming out called play to earn games.
Yeah.
And this game is talking about, this article talks about Axie Infinity is one of the games that it talks about. But real quick, it's from Gina. Oh my gosh, these last names. I never freaking know. Shaw Dagor. Genia Shaw
I'm not even
Dagor.
going to try it.
Shodiger. Anyway, the name
like you
of
said like 3 different
Shaw
words.
Dagger.
This is from cointelegraph.com. And it says blockchain-based games that allow players to earn cryptocurrencies as they play are paving the way for a new era in gaming. The online gaming industry has been on the rise for the past few years and for a good reason. From global pandemic pushing an online revolution to the ever-increasing mobile and internet penetration, more people are spending more time online. It is no wonder the you good?
You doing all right?
I got coffee gave me hiccups. Continue.
For those of you listening, Aaron has the hiccups now.
It is no wonder the industry is big money, raking in over $20 billion in revenue for 2020 alone. With an estimated 1 billion online gamers currently active worldwide, experts forecast growth in numbers reaching a whopping 1.3 billion active gamers by 2025. Let's go. The numbers speak for themselves. Gamers are so enthusiastic about their favorite games that some spend hundreds of dollars just to get an upgrade on their avatar or access a coveted in-game item that will give them a leg up.
I know some of those people. Not you.
I was like, why are you looking at me?
Present company excluded. It's not you guys.
I don't have
And
money.
I did spend $30 on a Call of Duty skin. So.
Oh, wow. Well, you have money. Blockchain-based, I don't. Blockchain-based play to earn or P2E games are set literally to change the rules of the game by offering an equal playing field for everyone involved, giving players ownership as well as a source of income, making the time they spend playing well worthwhile. So they list a couple games. One of them, Axie Infinity, is one of the bigger games.
Okay, so I'm a little confused with this one. Did he that picture, like that little digital picture, is what he spent that much money on?
No.
So
Wait, hold it.
Look how much he spent.
Actually, no. Yeah, this is kind of what NFTs are. So they're called non-fungible tokens. That's NFT. I don't know what it means. Don't ask me. I know that I saw the question in your eyes. Basically, what they are is they're pieces of code that you can spend money to own, but other people can also own it. So the way I heard it described is, say you go to the Louvre in Paris, and you're like, I want to buy the Mona Lisa. And there's a guy who comes out of the sketchy hallway in the back. He's like, hey, dude, I'll let you buy the Mona Lisa. Come with me. He takes you to a back room and you pay him $2 billion. And he's like, okay, you own the Mona Lisa, but it has to stay here in the Louvre. You can't take it home. And you're like, okay, cool. And then like, as you walk out, another person walks in and says, hey, I want to own the Mona Lisa. Goes back to the sketchy room, pays him $2 billion. Now you both own the Mona Lisa, but it's still in the Louvre.
So this dude paid almost 30 Ethereum for this little,
Like $123,000.
Yeah.
NFT is a non-fungible token.
I just said that.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't know what it meant.
I said it's a non-fungible token. I don't know what that means.
Oh,
That's
I
just
thought
what
you
it's-
meant.
Oh, okay. You guys went over this once with the little Spider-Man or something.
So
I gotcha.
I don't really understand how it all works because it's all cryptocurrency. I sort of understand how play-to-earn games could work, kind of. I read this whole article and I was like, I still don't really understand. So are like people selling the things for real money to each other?
So from what I can see, it says that
Where is the money coming from? Does it just
Actually-
manifest?
I have.
I know how
don't
cryptocurrency
It
works.
says Axie Infinity is an Ethereum-based game with a player versus environment (PvE) mode, as well as a player versus player (PvP) mode. In PvE mode, the player competes against a built-in environment or monsters in the game. A PvP mode is where one player gets to compete with other players in a metaverse-type scenario. Players have to acquire Axies that come in the form of monsters designed for battle with hordes of small round monsters. The game can be played either on desktop or mobile devices, and its play-to-earn model is such that each monster and every other piece of gear used in the game comes in the form of an NFT. The victors of the skirmishes go home with the spoils of the battle in the form of cryptocurrencies called smooth love potions, or LSPs. The goal is for players to build a collection of the most valuable and powerful Axies, as value is determined by the Ether's price. Players can make money in the form of smooth love potions tokens that can be traded for fiat currencies or sell their Axies once the value of those Axies appreciates due to won battles. So in November of 2020, an Axie was sold for 300 Ether, or over $1.2 million. So essentially, you get these characters, like I think Pokemon cards or like Pokemon Go creatures, and as you win battle, their value goes up. So while you're upgrading them, it sounds like their price goes up. So the more you work with that one, the more value that one gets.
That's crazy.
The more
And then
value,
you can sell it?
Then you can sell it and someone can buy it.
Okay, well, my friend used to play CSGO.
Yeah.
And he used to spend money for these crates. And he would get these knives or guns, and he would sell them for real money. And they were just little skins. He got one. He bought one. And I talk about, this is privilege. he spent
Glad that I've injected that word into this conversation.
Yeah,
We're just going to keep using it over and over again.
he spent $850 on a Karambit knife skin.
I see.
And it had what it was just because I was like, oh, that's so cool. How much? And he said $850. I thought he meant in game.
Yeah.
I thought he meant in game money. No, he meant real money. It was one that had like diamonds in the middle. It was like a blue slash or something on it.
Yeah. See, this is what I don't understand about
rare.
NFTs is it's a purely digital thing.
Yeah.
And so when I found out about the concept of mining cryptocurrency, like people like build PCs just to mine cryptocurrency. And I was like, what, does it just like exist in the ether somewhere? Like,
well, check this out.
Okay. Cryptocurrency is a little bit different.
But that's what this is.
Yeah. Oh, the NFTs are cryptocurrency?
You sell them for crypto. You earn cryptocurrency in the game.
Okay. Well, cryptocurrency kind of goes, so you use a code and you get, there's like so many of them and you're like, hey, I have this value of this. And like, we'll put it at Bitcoin. There's only going to ever be 18 million Bitcoin.
Ever. At any given point.
At any given point. There's never going to be any more, no less. So like once all of Bitcoin is taken, like they can't make any more. So unlike like the US dollar, they're constantly making it. So that value
it decreases as it goes along.
Yeah, but with Bitcoin it doesn't because it's always
so essentially it's immune to inflation.
Yeah. Yep. And that's all. That's how cryptocurrencies work, and that's because they can't. There's a certain amount that you can get, and there's never going to be any more or any less. And right now, I think there's only like 13 million Bitcoin that's actually mined. So there's still like 5 million that needs to be left.
So mining they just put it out into the internet.
Yeah. So you just get on and there's like mathematical equations and stuff that a computer will keep generating and going through and solving and
until it breaks a blockchain and then that gives it's kind of confusing.
Wait a minute. You break a blockchain to get a Bitcoin?
Yep.
Cyber Mario. You break a block to get a coin. We're all just playing Super Mario Brothers. What? How have I never seen that before?
Real quick, there's another game. There's another game I want to talk about it.
Musk. Woohoo!
Oh gosh, he's more of Dogecoin.
Yeah, I know. Sorry,
but it's called Farmer's World.
I'm sorry, I'm out for the rest of the show. I don't know why I found that so funny. Oh, okay. I'm back. I'm sorry.
He just sees computer Mario. Just bing,
now
bing,
I actually
bing.
am interested in this.
Anyway, so real quick, Farmer's World is a play-to-earn game that lets players select from a variety of tools and upgrade crops to harvest them. In addition, while farmers wait for their harvesting period, they may launch an assault on other farms. Farmers with a grudge. Farmers can mine or mint gold, a native token in the game, and NFT-based in-game items within the game by simply participating in the activities built into the game. Farmers also get to protect their farms from invading wild animals and monsters. From the gold tokens mined, farmers can create their own NFTs-based farming tools to build their farms and cultivate their crops. The game, however, does have a membership aspect, where users have to purchase membership packs ranging from a price tag in the range of $322 to $514. Memberships enable players to play and earn NFTs among other in-game tokens. So it's kind of, and for this game, it's like that's where the money's coming from. It's all these members that are buying in and then doing it that way. So that sounds almost like a play to win, also a play to earn. So
yeah.
I don't know how I feel about it. I might check out the Axie Infinity one just because that sounds interesting and I'll just see what it's all about. I probably won't stick with it, but they said that it's a way to really actually earn a decent income. I don't know how. It sounds too good to be true.
Yeah.
And that means it usually is.
And I think that's what's weirded me out about cryptocurrency the whole time. Is like, it feels like money is coming from nowhere. And that's just not how it works. Like at some point, money has to enter the system. Now, granted, money is made up. Like the value we assign to it is made up. It's all weird. So money is weird. Cryptocurrency is another level of weird. And somewhere along the line, and I don't know about this. This is just something I've heard. Apparently, blockchains are actually horrible for the environment. Like the actual firmware they run on, like kills rainforests like crazy. I don't know how. This is something I've only heard. Which, that's on par for humanity.
That's how. Yeah.
So that's another reason that I don't love the idea. Now, maybe that's not true. Maybe this is me going off of one thing that I've heard. So maybe it's not true, but
you need to talk to my father-in-law because he will explain like in great detail. Because
quite frankly, I don't think it's going to help me understand it anymore.
No, it helped me a little bit.
Every time I look at like cryptocurrency, I'm like, this is another language. This is like reading the Necronomicon, which appropriate for Halloween.
Right.
Oh boy, sorry. That blockchain and Mario thing. This was so funny.
Well, this play to earn thing just reminds me of that. I'll talk to you guys about it later because I guess I can say it real quick. There was this world that this company made, and after they made it so big, and then they destroyed the source code so they can't make it any bigger, almost like the cryptocurrency. But you pay real money to get plots of land, and you can open like bowling alleys, casinos, get real money. They use a cryptocurrency called mana.
Okay.
And
that's what we had invested in that one time, and it just never went anywhere. So then we did.
No, we invested in IOTA.
Oh, Carly told me to do mana.
Which, by the way, if we would have kept that in IOTA,
it's gone up pretty good.
Bro, didn't we get it like a couple of pennies when it was?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's up to like $6.
Dang.
Like if we would have kept it in, we would have been. Yeah. Anyways, it has been. Anyway, would have been actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of crazy because one plot of land, which is just it's a VR thing. Think almost like Ready Player One stuff.
Yeah.
It's $25,000.
Oh, that's crazy.
And you go in and virtually bowl and all of that, but you're paying real money.
It's all virtual.
It's all virtual.
Get yourself a casino, build yourself a casino, and
you know how much money it would cost to make a casino in that game? It costs just as much in game to make a casino as it does in the real world.
Interesting.
This is a weird.
But hey, changing the light bulbs would be a lot easier in the game.
That's true.
Upkeep would be a lot easier.
Worth it. Okay, we
gotta move on. We gotta move on.
We've been kind of slow lately.
Just so everyone knows, we are recording this ahead of time, so we do not know what happened at the State of Play that happened yesterday.
You're not mind readers, unfortunately.
But hopefully it was great. Hopefully there's some good stuff. I'm not expecting too much from it. But
Sony is shutting down. Bye-bye.
At least I have the Xbox.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, just wanted to put that out there. We know that it happened. That's what happens when we do a week podcast. Like I said, this isn't an owl mask. Y'all didn't give me money for a gold owl mask. But hey, it's a
sort of a plague doctor-y looking thing.
Yeah. It was
Please don't set it on the fire.
Burn everything down. But like I said, I just want to let you guys know that, yes, we know that happened. We did not miss it. We recorded ahead of time. So that's just how it works. But
frankly, if we did record the day of, it would be like midnight right now.
Yeah.
And I get up for work at 4 a.m. So
not going to work.
Not going to work.
So with Halloween happening, I looked up the 15 supposedly scariest games according to Nick Steinberg. Steinberg.
At this point, you're just trying.
I know.
Hey, I have a problem with number 11. I think that should be way further down the list.
Wait, number 11?
It says, I'll start reading through real quick. You guys stop me when you want to talk about one. Resident Evil is on number 15.
I never played it, but
14 is Dead Rising. I enjoyed that one. 13 is Bioshock.
Okay, hold it. This is the only game on this list that I've played, so this is the only one I'm going to be able to talk about. So yeah, this is great that we're talking about scary games from a guy who doesn't play horror games. And the only reason I played Bioshock is because I didn't know it was a horror game. The collection.
I didn't know Bioshock was a horror
Bioshock Collection was free for PlayStation Plus members a while back, so I got it. I was like, yeah, you know what? I've heard a lot about these games, and I was playing through it. And my brother Austin was watching me, and we got to the first moment where one of the residents of Rapture shows up, and they're like, twitching around because they're all like genetically mutated, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is this kind of game. This is fun. Yeah.
Systems going off.
It actually is really fun.
Okay.
I did really enjoy it. I love. So when horror games get discussed, a lot of times what people complain about is what makes a horror game anymore is just jump scares, not actual environment. I think that's why Resident Evil is on there, because it even says that, like, on the grand scheme of things, it's not that scary, but it was the first game to pioneer creating an environment that really like horrified people. And Bioshock does that really well. It's all dark, everything's dilapidated. You see, I think one of the things that got me was you see the shadows of things happening without ever actually seeing the things happen. So you'll see the residents of Rapture like stumbling around and like crying out and moaning and all these stuff, but you don't actually see them. So
That's creepy.
It is really effective.
The setting is very
creepy.
like,
and the music is just the 50s era jazz mixed with that. It is really, really good when it comes to
I enjoyed
games.
playing it. I didn't play all the way through it.
Yeah,
but
I got about 70% through it.
Number 12 is Doom 3. Doom was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I didn't see it as much of a horror game. It was...
Well, they even said here it sounded more like an action game.
Yeah. Then you got Five Nights at Freddy's.
I gotta stop with this one.
I hate this game so freaking much.
I know you do.
I've seen people play
I know.
it.
Okay.
I've never
Okay.
played it.
Okay.
Only jump scares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. So I do horrible with jump scares. All right. We've already been over this. We've been already. So I'm sitting there. It's broad daylight. I have a VR, an Oculus, and they had Five Nights at Freddy's on the VR.
Foreshadowing, ladies and gentlemen.
So I'm sitting there at broad daylight. My wife is sitting on the couch.
Not that it matters when you've got an Oculus on.
Yeah, she's watching a TV show. So I have my headphones on. I'm sitting there playing, and she finally ended up like hitting my arm and telling me to be quiet because I'm like freaking out. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh! And yeah, it's terrifying, especially like when you can like look around, because on the computer or on the phone, like it's different when you're just sitting there. But when you can actually like look around, and then all of a sudden, like you, because I don't know if this was in the original Five Nights at Freddy's, because they have all of them on there. It doesn't like, they don't just appear. Like you see like Bonnie and stuff, like just, no, you'll hear footsteps, and then you will see in the shadows them walking towards you. Oh. And if you're not fast enough, like they'll walk in and like hold the door and then like just jump. And I'm just like, oh. And you know what's gonna happen, and then
so that sounds like it's kind of played it up a little bit more.
Oh man, I screamed and I almost threw my headset across the room.
I just don't like those that much, personally. I don't know. I just don't like the whole jump scare stuff.
I think Five Nights at Freddy's does do a decent job of setting up atmosphere. The payoff is the jump scare. Like,
right.
It is not scary for any other reason than that. But
I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure the guy who made Five Nights at Freddy's made it because he wanted a horror game that was kid friendly, if that makes any sense. Like no cussing, no, because there's none of that.
Yeah,
but I'll tell you what, man, I do not want to go back to Chuck E. Cheese after that.
Actually,
that game.
Real fun fact about Five Nights at Freddy's: the reason he made it is because Scott Cawthon had made a game about like anthropomorphic beavers that were like built, like it was a fun kids game, bright and happy, and all the comments were these beavers are horrifying. He's like, you want something horrifying? I will make you something horrifying. They were saying they looked like creepy animatronics. He's like, fine, I'll make creepy animatronics, and he made Five Nights at Freddy's.
Dude.
So I've, like I said, it's not my cup of tea, but a lot of people do like it. Number 10 is Slender.
This is another one that
that one was cool. So I liked it because you have to collect the tapes and
notes.
They're notes,
yeah,
right?
8 pages.
I played one, then you had to collect cassette tapes. So
there
probably
might
a
be one
spoof.
that
It might
has
be a
that.
spoof. Anyway, and you hear that like the screen starts to get all fuzzy, and you know it's coming, and you got to run away from. I liked it. I thought it was pretty fun to play with friends. Number 9's Condemned Criminal Origins. I've never played that one.
Never played that one.
But number 8's Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. And I just think of that song, Cthulhu good. You not heard that song?
No.
No.
It's a D&D thing?
No.
Just you.
No.
Never heard of it.
Maybe I'll link the song in the description so I don't sound like a crazy person. Anyway.
Come to find out, it's not anything of what the song actually said. He's just making it up.
No, I'll link it. Number 7 is Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl.
I've heard
that
of this
one. I've watched gameplay of that, and it looks good.
I like the idea of using Chernobyl because that's like a real thing.
Yeah, and it just
It plays
I
on
don't know.
something.
There's
that's-
something about
yeah.
just so desolate and wasteland type
Yeah.
horror. Number 6 is Fatal Frame 2, Crimson
Fatal Frame
Butterfly.
actually looked pretty unique among horror games. Again, I've never played it. I've heard of it. I like the idea of using cameras to fight ghosts and you can't see them except through the camera. It kind of follows that Five Nights at Freddy's thing is you can't see them unless you're
Right.
like, you can't see what's in front of you. Like you have to use something else.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely seems interesting. Obviously, number 5, Silent Hill 2.
Silent Hill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Number 4 is Dead Space.
I've heard that this one is pretty freaky. They did a one of the streamers that I used to watch. He did a Halloween and he played it throughout the night. And the end of it, he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna stay up all day because I'm not going to bed after that."
Wow.
It's also kind of an action game in my opinion.
Action horror.
Yeah.
It's kind of action horror, survival horror.
And then 3, Alien Isolation.
This one. Ooh, I've seen people play this one. I'm like, no way am I even touching that game. That looks like it'd give me a heart attack.
I would like to play with friends, but number 2, this one seems amazing. I've watched a lot of gameplay. Amnesia: The Dark Descent.
Yeah.
I don't
I've
know.
I've never heard of this one.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, I'll have to look
This
this
is
one
like
up.
this is like top tier when people talk about horror games. Amnesia comes up a lot.
Really? Okay.
Um,
I've heard of the last one.
And then number 1, Outlast. It says Outlast is honestly so terrifying it makes Amnesia look like a sun-soaked vacation. Players control a journalist who sneaks into a remote psychiatric hospital, which is perfect for the horror genre, to investigate reports of horrific events. The hospital is filled with all manner of disturbing imagery and enemies that will chase you down until they kill you. Outlast is further proof that of first-person perspective being the most effective for horror games as you hide under a filthy, blood-stained bed while a mad skeletal doctor enters the room in pursuit. You'll understand why. It just, yeah. It says if you can get even an hour into Outlast, you're a brave soul indeed. So I don't know.
Maybe we
lot
should
of
play
horror
that on
games
Friday instead.
Nope.
I think I'm fine with the House of Ashes for this one.
That's a no.
Hey, I am trying to convince. I tried to convince Josh that because I know we're playing through House of Ashes, and whenever that gets done, we're gonna maybe call it. But I'm trying to convince Josh to. There's Dead by Daylight, I believe is what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
I think
mind.
that'd be really fun to play. At
would-
least like it's kind of started
That's
off for the
multiplayer, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so one person is the murderer or the monster. There's like other skins for like Jason. There's the monster from Stranger Things, and the other people have to run and get the stuff for a car to get away while that thing's chasing you and trying to kill you. So you can hear, it's kind of like if you're right next to the person, you can hear them, but if they're across the map, you can't hear them. So you want to, because if you're like talking or whispering
that
or
won't
whatever.
make difference if we're all in the same room.
Well, I know, but if we all
Wait.
have different,
Does it have split screen?
I don't know.
That feels like it would defeat the purpose
Well,
even more.
we could bring another TV.
We'd need 2 TVs and another console.
Well, I have a console. He has 2.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't have online for all of them.
Yeah, I need to get PlayStation reactivated, but we'll see. We'll see what
I'm offended.
we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe we'll play some more or not. It just depends. I got a little kid that I got to wake up at 7 a.m. with, so
Oh, yeah.
it'll be hard at 2 a.m. going to bed anyway. I'll be so flipping tired by staying up, but we'll see what happens. But we've taken quite a bit of time already, so
Yeah.
I've had a lot of fun on this episode.
Yeah.
This has been fun.
Episode 15, the Halloween special. I love the decor. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it turned out really nice.
I love what you did with the Gamers
Yeah.
Goes podcast. I think it
Sorry,
looks
I
really
was
cool.
like, I have to do this.
And that intro, the music, dude.
yeah,
I like it.
I was excited. I mean, I'm saying it like I composed it. I just found it, but
Still works. If you want to check out more of their stuff, it'll be in the link in the description below. Again, check us out on podcast services. We are sponsored on there. So if you're listening on podcasts, thank you. You gave us money through listening to an ad. I appreciate you. For those of you who watch on YouTube, don't worry about the sponsor. Just like, subscribe, and spread it like crazy so we can have everybody else watch this insanity that we do on this show.
it's
Now,
so
word of
insane.
mouth helps tremendously as well. So if you have a friend who's like, oh, hey, what's going on with these games? Be like, hey, we know where to
Exactly.
send you. So
If you like spoopiness and Dr. Masks and Aaron's child, I said kid and child at the same time. Anyway, check out this episode.
I don't like referring to it as a child.
He's
I know
a
it is the
goblin
child.
today.
He's a goblin today. He's
Only
dressed
today.
up as goblin.
Only today.
Nice.
Halloween goblin.
Anyway, thank you guys for spending your Thursday morning with us. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend.
Happy
Have
Halloween.
a lot of candy. Enjoy
Halloween.
your Halloween. Watch football. And we'll see you
Yes.
guys next time. Catch you later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.